Hockey is more than just a game. It's the greatest game on earth. There's hockey players that play hockey, and you know, for our family, it's just it's a way of life. You know, that's something that you know, the game has been so special to all of us and created so many memories.
It's a lifestyle. Hockey's pretty well all over, like in our house. Like pictures on the wall and like just talking about it. I'm always watching hockey or thinking about it, so it's pretty well all over.
I remember as a kid, my dad, you know, he'd be getting up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. He'd go for a run, he'd wake me up, he'd take me to school, those kind of things. You know, those are memories that I certainly remember from my dad. And you know, for me, it's you know, it's just kind of, it's all I knew is you get up in the morning, you know, you kind of rise and grind and do your thing and go on with your day. And I can see a lot of that coming out in Kienan. You walk in the rooms and there's always reminders of the game of hockey. And for us, you know, the calendar comes out. You know, for me with my job, you know, going out and scouting and obviously coaching Kienan and his teammates, it's a lot at the rink. And the one thing I know why I can do what I can do is because of the support that I have of Julie, my wife, and obviously my daughters, Kennedy and Cameron, because you know, there's times where I miss stuff either because I'm out working or I'm with Kienan at hockey or hockey practice. But there's a lot of fun stuff that we're very fortunate to be able to do. But the whole family has enjoyed my ride when I was playing for the Detroit Red Wings, and we're certainly enjoying Kienan and playing for Little Caesars. To be able to play for the Detroit Red Wings and then have my son be a part of Little Caesars is something that's very special. It's an organization top to bottom that's just amazing to be a part of. And you know, we've been fortunate. You know, Kienan's probably played, you know, since he was 9 years old. We probably have 10 families that have pretty well been together since they were 9, and now, you know, they're 15 going on 16, which is pretty unique. So a lot of that has to do with, you know, we have a very good team, but most importantly, we have great families, and these great families want to be part of Little Caesars. So to me, that's what makes this so special about coming to the rink, and that's why, you know, I'm so passionate of when I get on the ice with these kids, just seeing, you know, how far they've come, you know, from these little 9-year-olds to all of a sudden, you know, they're 15, 16 years old and turning into, you know, good young men.
Creates a lot of memories to remember for your whole life, and it brings people closer together because it's such a great game.
It's special, you know. You watch now the players with their kids in the dressing room, and it's like, you know, I remember when he was that size and that age. So it just keeps going. It's amazing how the game creates so many memories. For us, I get to see it on both sides. I get to see it, you know, as we stand behind us. We have the family room and the players lounge, and you know, before games, I'll walk in there and see my family there, and now you see, you know, all the other, you know, the players and their wives and their kids, and they just, it becomes a way of life, and anyone who's around the game and around hockey realize that, you know, basically it's family and hockey, you know, 1 and 1A, how important it is. Well, I can tell you a funny compete story. We were having Thanksgiving at our house, and we were downstairs playing mini sticks, and we had Dan Cleary was over, Yuri Hudler was over, Darren Helm was over, and myself were downstairs, and we're playing mini sticks, and it seemed that Kienan was just able to beat us 10-9 every time, you know, and he's in a full sweat, taking, you know, it was one-on-one the whole time. And so I'm upstairs, you know, helping Julie get ready, you know, just before we're about to serve dinner. And all of a sudden, Kienan comes flying up, and he's just like sweat drenched and all this, and he's a little upset. He's teared up, and I'm like, what happened? He goes, Mr. Cleary beat me in mini sticks. And so I was kind of like, I go, well, you know, he's a pro, he wants to win too, and all this stuff. And he just kind of gave me a little tug, and he goes, Dad, can you please ask him to leave? So I knew the competitive fire was right there. So at an early age playing mini sticks, I could tell right away that Kienan was not a fan of losing. I mean, we play, you know, ping pong, whatever it might be. You know, when we're out here on practice, if we're starting before and there's a little, you know, one-on-one battle going on, you know, you definitely want to beat Dad. So I remember, you know, I wanted to do that to my dad, beat my dad, and I know, you know, he has that same passion and desire to beat me in everything that we do.
Well, I just remember skating like at the Joe a lot and being around all the guys, and it's been fun just hanging around the Joe. So that was probably my first memories.
Any opportunity I had to bring him down to the Joe, I'd bring him down to the Joe. And I just remember when I was one of the younger players, a new dad, and I saw the older players that, you know, brought their kids down, and then I was able to do that and get Kienan out on the ice, and, you know, we'd skate around. And you could just see right away the passion that he had. It's, you know, we're lucky. My grandfather played, my dad and his three brothers all played, myself, and now, you know, down to Kienan. So there's a lot of generations of the game. Kienan was, you know, he was on the ice, you know, immediately after when we won the Stanley Cup, and got in a team picture, and you know, so something you don't forget that. As a, you know, as a hockey player, it's obviously amazing to win the Stanley Cup, but as a dad, you know, I had Kienan and I had my oldest daughter Kennedy on the ice, and those are moments that I'll never ever forget.
Being in the locker room after the 2008 Stanley Cup, I remember being on his shoulders and like pouring Gatorade all over his head, and that was just amazing, a great feeling.
That's something you're not going to forget, and you know, obviously my dad was there as well, so, you know, pretty special to have that there. But you know, probably one of the coolest memories, and we have a picture of it, is, you know, standing on the blue line at Joe Louis Arena for the national anthem, and you know, pretty cool to be standing there, and, you know, there's 20,000 people. I'm getting ready to play a hockey game, and I have my son right beside me at the time. You know, so that's something that you know, I certainly remember. But I've been so fortunate. The game's been so good to me. You know, obviously we had you know, great teams and great teammates, and be able to create so many memories and so many positive memories. Kienan was on. He came on one of the father's trip, where I was able to bring my dad and Kienan. You know, so just things like that. I mean, I could go on and on about the memories that I have of the Detroit Red Wings and Little Caesars, and my son being involved, and very fortunate to be able to, you know, stand here and talk about all these things. It brings a smile to my face that we've been able to create so many memories.